Hello everyone, it's me Jan. Today I'm going to read S6 6048 Space Explorers, Chapter 8 through Chapter 10. We made it safely through the asteroid belt and headed for Mars. As we sped along, we flew through bands of tiny particles. Meteoroids, as Frizzle explained. Space dust left behind when comets pass. Every day, 1,000 pounds of this stuff falls to Earth. No wonder why my room is always dusty, Arnold says. Soon we could see a warm reddish sphere in front of us. Well, what do you know? Ralphie said, Mars really is red. He sounded disappointed that it wasn't green. When we got closer, we could see hazy white clouds wrapped around the planet. Mars may be red, Miss Frizzle said, but it's not red hot. Those clouds are frozen carbon dioxide and ice. You'll be glad to have your insulated spacesuit on when we go out exploring. Space bus landed in a wide valley. There were tall red cliffs all around. Sky looked orange. Mars is only half the size of Earth, I pointed out as we put on our spacesuits. But some of its volcanoes and canyons can make ours look puny. The dusty orange-red ground outside the space bus looked like a desert covered with rocks of all sizes. I could hardly wait to turn Rocco loose out there. We climbed off the bus. I felt the 50 pounds lighter than usual. That's because Martian gravity is only a third as strong as Earth's. A person who weighs 75 pounds on Earth is only 25 pounds on Mars. Wow, I said, there are some fantastic rocks around here. In fact, the ground was covered with rocks. Most of them were too big for Rocco to handle. Then I spotted an area filled with smaller pieces of rock. Perfect, I thought. I pointed Rocco in that direction. Go get him, I said, and pushed the remote. I couldn't believe my eyes. Rocco took off like lightning, much faster than he had ever gone before. What's with this remote, I wonder? I pushed the stop button, but Rocco kept on going. He zipped right past the small rocks and headed out toward the boulder in the distance. Help! This remote has gone wacky. Rocco is running away. The other kids heard me on the helmet radio. We went that way, I said. We all took off after the runaway robot, making great leaping strides. Hooray, I yelled. We'll lose him. When we got to the boulder, we could see the track of Rocco's wheels leading to the edge of a small crater. I started to run toward the crater when Tim yelled, Hold on. Hold it, Carlos. We've got to get out of here. Look. We turned to see what he was pointing at, a huge column of dust rolling up from the ground. It's a dust devil, I yelled. A Martian tornado. At the word tornado, everyone turned and took off for the space bus. I knew that the dust devil was dangerous. The high wind stirred up tons of dust. When I did my report, I had read that dust devils were slow-moving storms. I hoped it was true. I had to find Rocco. I slid down the side of the crater. I followed Rocco's tracks. The sky seemed to be turning pink. I looked up and saw the top of the dust devil. It was coming my way. Rocco, where are you? I called. The tracks led to a pile of rocks. I stopped in amazement. There was Rocco, dragging his scoop along the rocky ground. In one quick movement, he emptied a scooper full of red chunks into his rock pocket. With a whack of his tail, mechanical arm folded up, and the rock pocket closed. There was no time to spare. I grabbed my rock hound, tucked him under my arm, and climbed out of the crater as fast as I could go. The dust devil was right behind me as I raced to the waiting bus. Miss Frizzle opened the door. Good to see you, and Rocco. I was just about to send out a search party. When the dust devil hits, we won't be able to see a thing. I buckled myself into my seat and held Rocco in my lap. Everyone else was already buckled up. In a second, the space bus lifted off. We rose higher and higher above the red planet. We could see the dust storm spreading out above the planet's surface. I hope we can come back someday. I said, I have a feeling there's a lot more to learn about Mars. Mars, the red and rocky planet, because so many space probes been sent to study Mars. We know more about it than any other planet except Earth. Mars is like Earth in some way. Its day is about the same length as ice polar cap. I think that at one time Mars was warmer and the floods of water carved the deep channels in the surface. They have found remains of tiny life forms in a meteorite from Mars, but they are still not sure if these are just natural patterns in the rock. Chapter 9. The next day, Miss Rizzo took us back to the solar system, but this time we didn't have to leave the classroom. We had put our reports up on the bulletin board so we could visit the planets whenever we felt like it. Only one was missing. Okay, Carlos, where's your report on Mars? I think Rocco has it. I said. I pushed the button on the remote and the remote came rolling into the room. I had left him out in the hallway, part of a big surprise I had planned. Yip, 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 Rocco bipped as he came up to me. He had my report in his mouth. The keys left. Hey, Rocco, how's it going? Ralphie said. Seen any dust devils lately? I pinned my report up on the board. Now I said, prepare to be amazed. I opened the rock pocket on Rocco's back. Ta-da! Rocco, the rock hound Robo has returned with the real Martian rocks. I took out a handful of small red chunks and passed them around for everyone to see. Are these really from Mars? Asked Arnold. They sure are. And so Rocco scooped them up with my own eyes. Unbelievable. I guess he really is a rocky hound at his heart. If. No doubt about it. The end.